Hey, what's up guys, it's Bridget. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a foundation review. I am a little bit late to this review, but I still wanted to do it. So this is the Beauty Blender foundation. This is a very controversial product because the shade range is absolute garbage. But I did want to try this out. Like, the packaging itself is so cute, and I feel like this is very innovative. Also, Beauty Blender makes beauty tools, not beauty makeup products. So I really wanted to try out their first product. So without any further ado, let's jump into the video. As always, all makeup on this channel is cruelty-free, and so is this foundation. Also, a quick shout out goes to Chelsea. Thank you so much for the coffee. And let's get started with this foundation review. Now, this is a $40 foundation. I would say that the shade range itself is absolutely terrible, but if you are on the darker complexion, please swatch it in store because they're not looking so hot. They're looking very warm. If you are on the cooler side, I'm not sure if any of these foundations are really going to work for you. Even the lighter shades are pretty warm, kind of yellow, less pink or neutral, but I would just say if you can see it in store, I recommend that because the shade range itself is very hard to judge. Certain pictures of it looks like it has like a certain filter they say over it, and other ones say it's without a filter, and like, it's a thing, you guys, it's a thing. So this is the Beauty Blender foundation. It is called the Bounce, and I am in the shade 1.20. This is made in Italy, and this is the most unique packaging design ever. Now, $40 is like, I think it's reasonable. I mean, I'm used to paying like $34, $36 for like a Too Faced foundation or Urban Decay foundation, so $40, it's fine. It's not anything terribly drastic or expensive, but this is the thing. So you have like a little button here, and you push it, and the foundation falls into like this little dip, which is in the shape of a beauty blender. How fitting, right? And it pours the product out here. You can kind of take it off here and apply it to your face, or you can apply it straight to the sponge, whatever you want. I also like that you can see this on the back. The frosted glass feels very luxurious. This does not feel cheap at all. I think it feels very nice, and I think it's nice that you can lock this so it doesn't pump out too. So packaging I love. I think that's what got me because it's very unique. And let's dive into the application so we can see how this applies on the face. Let's get to applying this stuff now. I do have my face already primed, and we are going to, I don't know how to hold this. I don't want to hold it like this because it's going to fall, and I don't want to hold it like this because it's going to get stuck in like the stuff. So let's hold it like an angle. I'm scared it's just going to like squirt everywhere, honestly. That's waiting for a mess to happen. So you're pumping it, right? And you can see it's trying to go in like its own little hole underneath the pump. There's like a little bit of area. It wants to go in there, and it's getting in there. So I'm gonna pump some more out because I'm gonna need more foundation than that. I should have used a real beauty blender. I am using the Real Techniques one. I feel like this is cheating. So the color is a little too warm for me, but I don't think it's gonna be that bad once we set my face and everything. Yeah, the color is not terrible, actually. It's not bad at all. It's just a little warm. I prefer mine a little more neutral. That way, if I want to put a bronzer on, I can. The more I pack this into the skin, the more I'm actually in love with the color match. It is a little on the more yellow side, but like, it's not white, you know, like some foundation, or yeah, like some foundations are. It's also not like super yellow, like drastic. So like, I'm not mad. I know a lot of people on the darker complexion would not be able to wear this foundation, so I do apologize for that. Hopefully they'll come out with more shades, and like, if Beauty Blender is gonna make beauty makeup products instead of regular just like beauty tools, I hope they see how they up. But for now, I do want to also say I never watch reviews of a product if I'm going to review it, but since I didn't know, if I genuinely didn't think I was gonna review this, I did watch the Jeffree Star review of it. I think he liked it, but I don't really remember because it's been a minute and I'm late to this game, you guys. But this, I still have a little bit of product. I am going to work it into the skin, but I feel like that first layer, I don't think I need a second one. Like, it looks good. Like, my skin looks I need to blend it in here. It's a little less warm over here, but I think overall, like, this is good. And I've heard Well, I haven't heard it. I've seen people on Instagram using this foundation, and it looks like this leaves a mess on the container. But, like, there's a little bit of residue from me just doing that. But I usually take my beauty blender or beauty sponge, and I squeeze the excess water with a paper towel. So I think I could just do this, and we're good. So, I don't think it's a messy product to use. And overall, like, this finish looks very pretty. It doesn't seem to be settling into my fine lines, but I will go finish my face and do, like, the first hour of our wear test, and then we'll see what it looks like when, like, concealer and everything else is done. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. It has been about an hour since you last saw me when we apply this, and I think it looks really good. Like, I think this looks very pretty overall. I think my face today looks pretty good, which is great. As far as fine lines and dryness, I mean, I can see my fine lines, like in my smile lines, but I don't think it's like enhanced or anything. I feel like the finish is very beautiful. It's not super dewy and it's not super matte. It's kind of in the middle that I think would work for any kind of skin type. I have dry kind of combination skin, but mostly dry skin. And honestly, it looks pretty good. Usually when I'm testing out foundations, I find out with my dry skin it enhances texture or it intensifies pores and stuff. But this honestly looks pretty good, and I think the finish looks amazing. So, whereas it's a little bit yellow compared to like this color on my neck, I don't think it's that bad. Anyways, let's do another wear test, and I'll give you my final thoughts after a couple hours. Alright, quick update. It's only been a couple minutes since I just spoke to you, but I just tried to take some selfies for like my thumbnail and stuff for this video, and oh my gosh, I feel like my skin looks really, really good in pictures with this on. Like, my skin looks very clear, very uniform, even with like blush and contour and highlight and all that. My face looks very even and nice, so like, great selfie foundation so far. But I guess if it doesn't last a very long time, then there's the issue. But like, so far, I am extremely, extremely happy with this. Alright guys, we are at the 4-hour mark, and this is how my face looks. It looks the same, actually. Daniel and I are about to go to dinner, so we will see how it lasts through all of that. We have to go outside. It's raining, humid, very, very humid. Keep my house 80 degrees, so it is like a little bit of a heat test too. Overall, it still looks fantastic. I feel like it oxidized a little bit. I feel like it looks a little more orange than it did when I first put it on. On camera, it still looks pretty good, but in person, it looks a little more orange. It was a little bit yellow, now it's a little more orange. So it does oxidize a little bit, and my face does not feel as matte. My cheeks and stuff still feel very matte, but like my forehead and T-zone area, where it is a little more of a combination skin, it feels a little more kind of dewy. I kind of want to set it with a little extra powder just in case, since we are going out. But overall, fantastic appearance so far. Alright guys, so I am back. We had dinner and everything, and it's been about 6.5 hours since I put this on. And overall, I think my face looks pretty good still. So let's zoom you in and you can see my fine lines up close and what's going on texture-wise on my face. Alright, very uncomfortable. Smile lines are settled in the foundation all the way down here. And underneath here, there's a little bit of wear. You can see my pinky skin coming through, but the sidelines and a little bit of wear around the oils on the sides of my nose, but nothing too bad. So overall, I still think it looks pretty good. Now, this has oxidized. On camera, it looks fine, but in person, you can definitely tell that my face is darker because there's a contrast right here. Anyways, though, it does oxidize. Please be aware of that if you're wearing this for a long period of time. Also, I don't know if I would recommend this for oily skin. I have dry combination skin, and the dry parts of my face, like my cheeks and everything, look fine. My forehead is fine, but this T-zone area, where I do have kind of combination, gets a little bit oily, and I was outside in the rain and everything, it's broken down a little bit. It feels very dewy, and I kind of feel like if I touched my face a lot, it would come off. So overall, if you have very, very oily skin, I don't know how long it would wear, but the finish is absolutely beautiful. I still think it looks pretty good. You can see my texture and like my fine lines and stuff, but it's been a few hours. I'm not really hating it or anything. I am going to test this a little bit longer. I want to take it off because this feels a little bit oily, but we're going to keep it on for a little bit longer so we can do like more of a wear test if you were going to, say, a full-time job and you had like an 8-hour shift. I don't think 6 hours is enough wear for this, so we are going to test it for a few more hours, and hopefully it'll still look this good, because overall, I'm pretty happy with it right now. Alright guys, it's the end of the night. It is about midnight now, and it's been on for about 10 hours, and overall, like, it oxidized, yes, it settled into my fine lines, yes, but eventually it's going to do that. I think it's really, really nice. $40, you get a fluid ounce, it's the standard amount of foundation, and overall, I think my skin looks pretty good, other than being a little bit orange. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. It's definitely worth the purchase if you want to purchase it, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!